Just downstream from the falls, here in Brazil's Iguaçu National Park, is one of the best bird parks ever. As Kathleen found out, Parque das Aves is home to more than 900 birds.
This is great because in here you have to really search for the birds, and it really does feel like you're in the wild. Ooh! Look at this! Hi, little guy! Hello! Hello! Oh boy, that was a big chunk. This guy right here is called a curassow. And unfortunately, they used to be very common around this area. But some of the species, like this one, are already threatened with extinction. You're pretty hungry. Hello. And this beautiful bird here, he's got almost a greeny gold color, is called a guam. And I love this guy. The Macucu safari that we took to see the falls was named after these little birds. In English, we call it the solitary tinamou. Hey, buddy, you can't steal that banana. We need to share. Oh, this is fun. Hey, but I'm excited to get to the next aviary where I'm going to be able to see some toucans. These are the birds of the Pantanal. The Pantanal is the largest wetland in the world, and this aviary demonstrates it perfectly. These guys are called toco toucans. They're the largest of the toucan species, and I think the most beautiful. And believe it or not, despite how gorgeous they are, they're actually pretty mean birds. And they're not very nice to other birds either. They're omnivores, and they eat just about anything. Hey, just wait 1 second. They rob other birds' nests and eat their eggs and their chicks. As you can see, I'm feeding them a banana right now, which they love, but they'll eat just about anything, fruit, insects. The other kind of nasty thing they do is sometimes when you see woodpeckers in holes in trees, the toucans will come and scare them out and steal their houses. And that huge beak, which looks really heavy, is actually almost hollow and very, very light. Look at that beak. Oh. They use their beak like tweezers. You can see the end of the beak there, how fine a tip it is right there. That helps them to be able to get into little crevices to get insects. Check this guy out right there. He kind of reminds me of what a roadrunner might look like. He's hanging out down there with all the white-faced tree ducks, and he's a very close relative to the secretary bird, which can be found in Africa. And these birds don't like to fly at all. Their legs and their short little toes have been adapted to running. Ooh, did you see that? He's a crazy bird. He's trying to dodge the toucans right now.
If chased, the red-legged Seriama can hit a top speed of 40 miles per hour before taking flight. Well, you don't have to get huffy about it. Of course, here in Brazil, the most famous birds are the loud and strikingly colorful parrots, especially the macaws.
Whoa, whoa! This guy's in charge. There are over 50 birds in this enclosure. We've got Amazons, blue and gold macaws, and the bird you hear right now is a scarlet macaw. And all of these birds were brought here by police or by people who are sick of having them as pets. But the good news is many of these birds will be released back into the wild, which is crucial for this part of the rainforest because many of these species are already endangered. It's important for people to remember when they buy these beautiful birds as pets that macaws have been recorded to live up to 80 years in captivity. So it's a huge investment, and these birds are very social animals. So it's wonderful to see these... Oh, ow. It's wonderful to see these guys be in such a natural environment. Boy, ooh, their beaks are so sharp. The Brazil nut is one of the hardest nuts in the world, and they can get right through it with that beak. I'm being very cautious here because when I worked at London Zoo about 10... Hey, stop now. When I worked at London Zoo 10 years ago, I was bit very badly by one of these guys. So you need to always be cautious. There we go. No, here, take the banana, not my finger.
When guests like Kathleen come to visit the Park of Birds, curator John Leggett hopes they leave with one simple thought.
I think they I would like them to take away a memory of the superb birds of Brazil, especially the toucans and the macaws. They're the most spectacular, but the birds of Brazil generally are absolutely spectacular. And I would like them to remember those birds and think a bit about conservation as a result.
Wow! I love it. This feels right like you're in the jungle.